I have now started. So welcome back to Rolls to Die for the first episode of Arc 5. After, 14 months, we're on Arc 5, guys. And what a time it has been. Again, I'm going to start with a question. And then I'm going to do a very quick recap, and then we're going to do something special. You guys already know what it is, don't worry. My question is, it's going to be to each of you, in one short sentence, why have you gone to the Feywild? It's everyone's goal that they kind of were discussing. So give a reason on why your character wanted to go there. We're going to start with Ren.
Search for my past.
Yep. Just as dramatically, Leah.
Find out about my parents and changelings.
And Eri.
Eri doesn't want to go there, but she wants to support her two favourite people.
Brutal honesty, we do love it. But yes, last time we played the most D&D can be, in that you fought a big demon, you tried to steal a very powerful artifact, and there was a romance scene. That's everything you need in D&D.
The cutest. I forgot to say the cutest romance scene.
And you crowned an empress, which is also pretty D&D. So yeah, you defeated the big bad.
We took the crown.
Yes, I know you did. You didn't give her her murdered grandfather's crown. I'm well aware. But yeah, you defeated the big bad Malfeshni. You got out. Yeah. You struck a deal with the planar walkers, who would then transport you to the Feywild as part of the deal of you helping with this endeavour. And because you did so well, they said yes. You talked to Marsenia, revealed to her that she is technically the granddaughter of one of the kings and the adopted child by proxy of the other king. So the one person to unite the empire. And she said, yeah, okay.
Pretty much.
Then a huge flying castle landed to be the new head of this empire. One thing we didn't say, but we are retroactively, is that Leah wrote a letter to Vivienne, which is part of their deal to not kill all the orphans in the city. Which now I say it is really dark.
Yeah! The whole thing is dark, yo!
It's a little bit.
So maybe at the start of next session, Darcy, my question is going to be, what did you put in the letter?
Okay.
You have homework. But it ended with a very large contraption being set up to power the sword in a way that only the planar walkers kind of understand how to do effectively, and you ended up in the Feywild, which means for the first time in a long time, I can do this. That's green. I know it looks blue. We're no longer in the red house. It went excellently. So I'm going to start off where... Oh, no, I'm not going to start. Because we ended an arc, you all leveled up because we use milestone system. I know Leah and Eritrea have already done theirs, but we're going to talk through everyone's anyway. The first thing I'm going to do, can everyone please roll your hit dice for the level you are taking? Which I believe for Leah is one in fighter, so I believe that's a D10.
Ooh.
For Eritrea, it is bard, so that's a D8. And Ren, you and I haven't spoken. What are you leveling up in, and therefore what's your hit die?
Doing one level in Druid. JK. I'm just doing another level in Paladin. It's 1d10.
And a D10 for you as well.
Sorry.
Little reminder on what to add. Constitution.
Yeah, add your Constitution modifier as well.
That's it. Okay.
Not that also be
Woohoo! 10.
Did you say mine was a D8?
Yes. By the sounds of it, Leah just rolled a full 10. And what's your Constitution modifier? Assume 0.
+2.
Oh, wow, okay. So you're gaining 12 health. What are you up to? What's your new maximum?
I don't know maths.
What are you now?
47.
So 59.
Woo!
While Eri's still doing it. Ren?
How many do we roll, sorry?
Just one.
And then add our constitution?
Yes, yours is +0. Oh, Ren might have minimum rolled by that face.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, 2, and your con modifier is...
I think it's also +2. Yeah, so 4.
So you're getting plus 40 on max health, so you're up to...
61.
Only just more than the rogue. And Eritrea, what did you roll on your dice?
A 5.
Not bad. Your constitution modifier is +0, so add 5 to your max HP. Which
40, baby!
brings up to 40, yes. And a brief overview, I know what most people are doing, but I believe Eritrea, as a level 7 bard, now gets her first level 4 spell, which we have chosen, which we will reveal at some point, I'm sure. Ren, yours is... Everyone within
Again.
10 feet of you has resistance to spell damage.
Yeah.
Because
And I get an extra level 2 spell as well, so I now get 3 level 2 smites and 4 level 1 smites. I mean spells.
Yes. You're a paladin, so one thing you do.
No.
And Leah, yours is more complicated. Is it?
Uh-oh.
I think so,
I
because...
mean, there's just one thing changed.
Yeah.
Which is a feat.
Yeah, rather than going for the ability level up, you've gone for the feat, and you've gone for a modified version of the crossbow fighter feat, which
crossbow expert.
increases your grit points by 1, so you now have up to a total of 2. You can ignore the reloading property of your gun, so you
That we
now have
already
an
forgot about.
infinite revolver. And when in melee, you don't have disadvantage on range attacks.
Like that, I can be cool.
You
Yes.
could always use the gun now. Cool.
With one possible thing later, but we'll have maybe describe that when we get to a combat next.
Yeah.
With that, I think we're all ready to start the session in a record 7 minutes. We're all in the soundscape, so I will begin. So I'm gonna... Where did we finish off? You stepped onto the platform which Commander Dursk had directed you to. The sword was activated, and you were... After a load of crystals discharged their energies into the sword, you found yourself kind of swallowed whole by a bright green light. For a second, you found yourself floating weightless in what looked like a dark, black and blue, like endless sea around you, before again being enveloped by another blinding green light. The weightlessness fading and feeling yourself falling and falling and falling until with a heavy thwack, you all landed on what feels like quite soft ground. You've gone from a bait of basically having no vision to finding yourself on a floor, which I will describe once I start the music. We have this lovely music in the background. You find yourself on a moss-covered dirt floor. While the moss itself definitely cushioned your fall, you are definitely feeling some roots and twigs digging into you as you lie on the floor for just a second. As you blink and as your vision begins to return, light begins filling your vision. And you can look up and around and you find yourself on what feels like a lush forest floor. And I'm just going to send some reference images because I remember to do that this time. Around you are huge dark brown trees that stretch through a canopy, tens if not 100 feet above you, with beautiful light shafts coming from an unseen sky above. The air is thick with a woody, damp, mossy smell that has an ever so slight sweet edge to it, as all around you you see numerous flowering ferns and plants that give off just a wonderful mixture of aromas that fill your sense. Around you is the sounds of nature, of wind whistling through trees, of birds, unseen birds chirping from high above you, kind of orchestral cacophony of abundant life. We're going to start with Ren for this. What is your first impression of this lovely place?
Probably a little bit bewildered that he's here, and he's trying to like pick out things that he might remember, but obviously I'm guessing at the moment his memory hasn't returned to him, so he's feeling a little bit like a little sense of like hopelessness when he thought just walking through would be enough, but then he like kind of steels himself like, no, I know there's someone, I gotta go see at least. That's something to go towards. So then he just kind of takes it all in, because it's like obviously lush and beautiful, and this is a couple of things that Ren really loves. So he'll probably just be gazing around, taking it in.
And I'm going to add one more thing, that while this doesn't feel... It's worse than it not feeling familiar. It feels alien. It feels completely at odds to everything that you do. You see a variety of different trees that you feel like shouldn't fit together. The different colours of the green grass clash against the darker ferns that sprout out around it. And everywhere around, the flowers are beautiful, but extremely bright. There are very bright blues and greens and yellows, which on one hand could be quite attractive, as well as the scent they give off. You also know that often plants are bright and dangerous to indicate, or are bright because they are dangerous. And something in your gut isn't quite sure which one it truly is. Leah.
I'll say that is not easy for Leah because you would think that coming from a city so chaotic like Jojac, they would be used to a lot of sensation like that, but actually they're struggling because everything is so bright. They are really sensitive to sunlight and bright colors like that. It smells that they never smelled before because they spent all of their life in Jojac, so everything is a little bit too much, and they really feel in their guts the contrast between the fact that they are kind of undead compared to all of this life that never felt so much life around them. So yeah, a little bit uneasy, but kind of excited, I guess. Yeah. And they are in their true form. They are as a changeling vampire. So they try to focus on the freedom of it, try to embrace it like that. They feel like they remove a huge weight off their back.
Can you give us a very quick reminder of what your true form looks like?
Yeah, so they're about the same height, like 1.75 m. You translate that in feet.
5'10".
Sure, yeah. They at the moment have grey eyes, the same thin face. They cut their hair themselves and haven't seen themselves since, so it's a little bit messy. It's like, yeah, a little white cloud on their head. They are wearing still the same outfit, which is like a white shirt and black trousers and boots. But they probably adjusted all of their daggers on several leather things. Sorry, I always forget this word. Yeah, they're really, really pale, and you can see their little fangs when they're smiling, but right now they're not smiling.
What colour is your skin? I can't remember.
It's quite white grey, so it's more porcelain than pink.
Okay. You're almost like a living statue, which for you and me
A
being in the
little bit.
Feywild gives us a bit of a reminder of somebody else, a statue from the Feywild. But finally, Eritrea, you have found yourself lying on a spiky moss bed. What's your impression?
Yeah, I think inside Eritrea is like looking at all the flowers and things and being like, "Ooh, it's pretty. That's nice. Oh, this is nice." I like just kind of a little bit distracted. Yeah, but then I think Eri would also be watching Ren to see how he's like reacting. Obviously, I'm intrigued and I'm like looking out for him because I know probably a difficult time for him.
Okay. Perhaps would you like to do an insight check against how Ren is doing?
I'd like to use my ring.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Yes.
can you give me a reminder what the ring needs? Is it 3 emotions? Was that right?
Yes.
So I guess fear is the first one. Confusion, and then resolve
Ooh,
at the end.
Okay.
love it.
You're not feeling good.
And as you get to your feet, Eri, you feel something a little bit disconcerting. As although you've perhaps been lying on this floor for all of 30 seconds as you gather yourself and look around, you feel that you kind of have to pull yourself away from this moss. And you see that if you look down at your feet, even if you stand still for 2 seconds, it looks like it's ever so slightly just trying to close around the slightly very lips and edges of your feet. And if you stand for too long, you have to like pull yourself, like off, like the very slight layer of mud might try and hold your foot down. Like the moss feels like it's doing that.
Tickles. Guys, the florist is trying to eat me. What's going on?
Is it just like that area that they're in, or is it like
No, if you
is it all
stand
over the place?
too still, you both of the other two of you look down and you see that yes, although the moss isn't very long, so can't get much purchase, it is definitely like trying to congregate around the edges of your feet.
We should make a move before we become a part of the decor.
It's just grass. They cannot attack us. It looks like they're hugging us, no? Can you inside check the grass?
You can nature check the grass.
Oh. Only sentences you'll say in D&D.
Oh, sorry.
14.
14. Unfortunately, you're not well read on the Feywild and its various flora. So for you, yeah, like it feels weird that the moss, like plants don't move that quickly where you're from. Not that you know much about plants for where you're from anyway, but this is definitely moving faster. But yeah, you can't really feel intention behind it.
Yeah, we should go before we become a part of the decor.
Sure,
Definitely.
I'll follow you, but where are we going? Look at
Uh,
this jungle.
Follow me. Yes. Can I roll a survival check to see if there's a way of figuring out which way like life might be?
Yes, you may.
I should.
Life is
specify that
everywhere.
differently. I should have specified that differently, but it's Ren, and I feel like that's what he would look for. Sune, I know that you don't like me being here, but let's go. I'm Ren of the Feywilds for a reason. Yes. Okay. That is a 26.
Damn. I set
Yeah.
I set the DC on this so fucking high, but
Ren of the Feywilds.
perhaps you'll start living up to the name at some point. You take a second, like perhaps you step onto some of the raised roots slightly off the moss, and you look around, and somehow you I don't know, even I can't come up with an explanation how. But
And I can come up with an explanation how if you would like me to help you out here.
let
Greg?
me explain what you see, and then you can add how.
Okay, that's fine.
You see, you're in kind of a roughly oval clearing, but and like you're surrounded by trees and ferns almost as tall as you are on the edges of this clearing. But you see that definitely from one end and the other, the brush is slightly pushed back, slightly trodden down. You notice that some of the twigs are broken, and perhaps you see this as some kind of path. Very, very well hidden just from the nature of the plants. But there seems to be some kind of track. You can't determine whether it's animal or sentient, but there definitely appears to be a path.
Cool. I'll say that initially Ren was like kind of looking around a bit lost and trying to figure out what to do, but then he remembers every single time that he's had to do something to do with the Feywilds, his eyes have turned that like weird misty pink color. So he closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, searches for something that he doesn't really quite know what, and taps into it. And when he opens his eyes go to that misty pink again, and he can kind of just see it slightly like illuminated in his gaze that this track of like creature or sentient, we don't know. Oh, this way, and I'll start walking.
Love the confidence.
That convinced me. I'll follow.
Okay.
Ren, just very quickly, we're not moving on or anything, but can you just roll a d20 just flat for me as well?
Me?
Yes.
Hmm.
Not adding anything?
Nope, just flat.
That's a 15.
Okay. Sorry, Leah, you were talking.
Here he was.
Huh?
No, it's all good. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Did I screw up? Okay, what?
Then we're all good to go.
Okay.
All good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You head down what we're going to call north, just so you have some kind of direction. But that's the hardest because even looking up, like the canopy of this forest, like blots out the sky. But although there's quite a lot of light from the sky above, you don't know even really what's giving off this light. You are cut off from the void above, which is the sky. I was trying to sound poetic.
Can I try to, whilst we're walking, probably perceive instead of investigate too? Because I think Leah is just imagining little Tinker Bells following them around, ready to set a trap or something, like just to see if there's a little creature around. Or
Yeah. Okay. Please do a perception check.
traps.
You just add that in at the end.
It's
Just in
only
case.
only 10.
So this is definitely driven from paranoia. You've heard tales of the Feywild about the traps and the tricksters and the terrifying decisions that you might have to make. I tried to come up with something beginning with T, it didn't work. You have heard of things that lurk in the underbrush. You know voices that might call out to you, tempting you, berating you, tormenting, and to aggravate you, or to lure you in like sirens. There is sound all around. The birds are still chirping, and every now and then you do hear like some heavy movement through the underbrush behind you. But as you turn, you can't see anything.
I think they're going to, I don't know, maybe they're walking just in front of Ari and just turn and be like, I have a weird request. I'm freaking out a little bit. Would it be okay to strum your lute or maybe hum or just anything that could distract me from all of this noise? It's overwhelming.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Only if you're okay with it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I get the lute out
Okay.
and start playing a happy little tune.
Just have a little tune. Sure. Okay. What is this to do? Just to take Leah's nerves?
For them to focus on one thing, yeah.
Okay.
You can tell that you could tell that Ari didn't really want to do it, but also like couldn't say no to Leah because they were upset, and this is Eritrea, so she doesn't like anyone to be upset.
Yeah, I think for a split second they were like, well, that's a new reaction, but then they were like, cool, that's nice, and just move on.
And then I think it would be like, hey, Ren,
Yes.
you want to hear a joke?
Always, Harry. Always.
What do you get when you kill a bard?
I don't know. What do you get when you kill a bard?
Loot.
That's funny.
That's actually pretty good.
Can I give some? What's the opposite of like inspiration? What's disinspiration?
No, it was really good.
It was really good.
I think what I need is like.
I agree. Oh, that's actually
As part of your cantrips, do you have minor illusion by any chance, Eri?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Do you do that to make the
Yes.
clapping?
Yes, I do. And then I wait a couple of seconds and I do it again just for the effect.
Oh my god, that's so good. Appreciate that one.
Okay. You make your way along this path. Ren, you still... I'm going to keep that 26 for a little while because it was such a good roll.
Yeah, that's all I'm focusing on as well. So, like, yeah, I'm not going to make any other rolls or concentrate on anything else. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, you can see this path before you. Again, like it seems narrow, like the ferns and stuff are overgrowing it, but every time you push through one, you see, yes, this path is still definitely continuing. You continue striding forward. And you're concentrating on this path, as you said. And Eri is playing the, I would say banjo, the lute. And Leah is, every now and then, like, casting a look behind your party. Looking out.
Especially when
things.
she's doing the applause, that freaks me out. I'm just like, where's that come from?
As you're walking, Ren, as you're in front, you are kind of getting used to this feeling of when you step, like the earth trying to grab onto you a bit. Until, as you take a step forward, you push through a fern and feel around your front foot. Not just some moss try and grow around it for a second, but a vine tangle itself completely around your leg. I need you to make yourself a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a spell?
As you continue to walk, but suddenly your leg is wrapped in this vine, and you have to stop yourself from falling over.
You're kidding me. I just got that one.
Not you, it's okay.
Oh.
Scared
I
yourself.
thought you said I want you all to.
No, just Ren. Just Ren.
Oh,
17. I rolled a 14 plus 3.
You do manage to stop yourself
thank goodness.
being from going sprawling, and thankfully you do, as you put your arms out and you kind of push some of these huge frond out the way, and you see that in your path is just a nest of shifting vines covering the floor like a living, like, woven rug, and one of them has got you.
Shit.
Can I cut it?
Help! Help me!
Do you mind, Greg? Like just from the side of Ren, I'll cut it.
Sure, like if you go around the side of him, you can have a look, and you see this strange rug, and if that's the first thing you would like to do, you can try and cut this. You take out. Do you take out a knife? Do you summon a knife? Or do
Oh
you
yeah, like, the moment he starts moving towards a little bit the floor, I'm just run out with a knife out and cut it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Yeah. Action. It's a regular one. Dagger. That's it. 9.
9. You go to try and cut it, but the second your blade touches it, it whips angrily, and the rug in front of you, I'm going to say rug, the tangle of vines that are covering this floor suddenly rise up, and they dart towards all three of you now. Now I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Is everyone within my aura?
Yep.
It's 30 feet, right?
10.
10.
I'm right next to his leg.
Leah, you definitely are. There we go. It's fine too. Yes.
So all add +3 to your roll.
Apart from you, Ren, not that you will add it, but I'm saying you're already caught. You feel that as Leah goes to cut it, this vine tries to pull you forward into this nest. You need to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's much better for me.
Okay, we're going to start with you,
Don't
Eritrea,
eat
because you got a nat 1 last time.
Yeah, I got a 10 this time, but +5, so 50.
15, okay. A couple of the vines shoot round the side of Leah and Ren and dart up at you coming from the undergrowth, but because you hear them rustling through the dead foliage and stuff, and as they shoot up at you, you manage to dart backwards. You're fine.
Could I possibly do an investigation check to see if they're all coming from the same place? Or where they're coming from? Or are they just coming straight out of the ground?
Oh, so you... I'm not going to say you need to do an investigation check, but you saw them, the couple, go around Leah and shoot up at you from out of the thing. It's definitely from this tangle of vines in front of you.
Am I allowed to do something about it?
Not
Or
right
try?
now. That was just you being able to avoid that. Leah?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're absolutely fine as well. Because you were on edge as you were being very careful. And although you were bent down, you managed to twist out the way. And a couple more vines whip through the air past you before returning to their nest. And Ren?
Dirty 20.
God, you're all succeeding. What is this?
I add +6 to this roll.
Yeah, you feel it try and pull you further in, and you manage to grab hold of some of the fronds around you, but counteract that pull, although your leg is kind of flying in the air, trying to pull you into the nest. And you see slowly a few other vines are starting to creep up to try and get you again. The air,
Try
it's...
and pull myself from
Hang
free, or...
I'm just describing it all. The air, while it's always had that kind of sickly sweet smell, you smell it's got a slightly bitter taste to it now. And looking around, you see from above that there's these vines are coming down the trees, and just above you are 3 or 4 hanging, undulating buds of flowers from above you. And they're giving off this kind of yellow pollen, which is slowly floating down and giving that kind of dirty smell.
I put my scarf up.
Look on, if you've got
No, I
something.
was going to say we should run away, but say what you
Yeah,
want.
I'll try and... Can I free myself with a check, or should I... I could also try and Misty Step away, if that would work.
Misty Step would do. If you want to try and pull yourself away, it would be a contested strength throw.
Oh, I don't want to roll again, but okay.
Can you roll with-
help me?
Advantage if I pull him? Too?
Yes, but if you're doing that, you would leave yourself slightly more vulnerable to vines trying to get you, which means that the DC would be slightly increased.
Oh, plus, forget about it, because we don't roll with advantage in your game, it's more...
You would add your
I
strength.
do.
Yes.
So never mind.
Okay, so can I get Sune to guide me on this one?
If
This
you
is
want
an
to take the
attack,
time to cast it, you can.
Oh, you bugger. It's a bonus action, but I get it. Okay,
Yeah, it's a bonus action. It
Right.
takes time. It's not a reaction.
Just straight roll. Here we go. +6. Nope, this is just going to test it athletics, so this is... Yeah, +6.
No, I didn't. I said
Wait,
strength.
Strength. Okay, that's just +3 then.
Yes.
Can I react with uncanny visage like that they have disadvantage?
Okay, what are you looking at? Because I think things need to have eyes for uncanny to do anything.
Only a 10 for contested strength.
You fail at pulling yourself free.
Okay, can I use my bonus
Hang on.
action to miss?
So, hang on. This isn't... You're not in combat, so we're just describing how this goes. You do try and pull yourself free, you fail, and it gives a couple more vines time to wrap around your leg as well. Leah, you said you didn't try and help, so you would like to try and describe what you wish to do? You're watching
Yeah.
these vines slowly wrap more and more around Ren's leg, and as you see above, these buds are undulating above you, and you see they're getting kind of more and more excited, and they're moving more. It's like upside down rosebuds, kind of thing.
Okay. There are too many anyway, so I'm just going to grab the shoulders of Ren and be like, speak to them. Can you speak to them? Do you have speak with plants? Or just animals?
Oh,
Okay, never mind then,
Just
never mind.
speak
I, still holding him, I'll take out my gun and try to shoot the one holding him.
Please make an attack roll.
Okay, I have advantage, right? Because Ren is within 5 feet.
He
I am also occupying it. They are excited to see me.
Yeah, okay.
What about Eerie? She is within 5 feet.
She's currently
she was-
behind. She's not in 5 feet at the moment, so sure, you have advantage in this. You're shooting at just... What are you shooting at?
The first one who hold Ren.
So the first vine that was around his feet, as I said, he's got a couple more around him, but you can try and take
know.
out this first one.
16 plus 8.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it has any health. You straight up blast this. And the vine itself, as you shoot it, a loud crack echoes across the Feywild, basically. And one of the vines withers and falls apart and starts writhing on the floor before falling still. Eritrea. Ren is still trapped by 2, and there is a descending yellow pollen starting to come from above. What do you do?
Leah. Still got them
Yeah.
fireworks.
Yeah? Do you need them now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll put back the
That's the
gun
one.
with my right hand and just throw her the chalk.
The chalk. Okay, damn, this is good. It will take you a turn to go in and get it, but I love this idea. Which means Ren and Leah, you're going to have one other turn. But in the time of this kind of mist of yellow pollen has reached you down below now. It's been slowly filtering down. Can you please both make a Constitution saving throw?
No.
+5.
Oh yeah, plus 3, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
no.
8.
14. 14.
You try your best not to... Oh. It's inhaling. Leah,
Oh!
do you...
And I put my scarf on.
Yeah, and you don't breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine. This doesn't affect you. Ren. A 14 fails.
Yeah.
As you breathe it in, you feel your vision start to go a bit wobbly, and you start to feel yourself, your vision blur slightly as it begins to burn slightly in your lungs. You are now poisoned. You can do this at the end of every turn, but you will have disadvantage on pretty much anything you do this when trying to get out now.
Okay.
Again,
I
all of this
will-
has had a weirdly tranquil background of birds tweeting. They stopped for a second as the gunshot ran out, but the tweeting of the birds has started to come back in, and the noises of the forest are kind of overtaking you. Your sounds are kind of weirdly muted as the noise is absorbed by the foliage around you. So Ren and Leah, you have one chance to do something before Eritrea comes back.
I'll say to Leah to get out of the way of the vines, and I'll use Misty Step as a level 2 spell, and try and teleport out of the.
This isn't a scroll, is it? You just have Misty Step now.
I just have. Well, I have Misty Step as a Path of the Oath of the Ancients Paladin. It's one of my oath spells.
Sure,
Think of
okay.
that.
I can't think of a reason why that wouldn't work. I need to be careful when grappling you in the future. Sure. Where do you go?
I will probably. So, how big is this pit that we're in at the moment?
So you're kind of just on the edge. It's about 20 feet in front of you, covering the entirety of the path before you.
Cool. I will go 25 foot in the way, like going that way, like towards where we're supposed to be going.
Oh, so you basically jump over it.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. You turn for a second into this weird mist that flies across and then reforms you on the other side as you stagger slightly. You still feel that burning within your lungs. Leah.
I think I barely have the time to react because, like, I'm holding Ren. He's saying that he disappear. I just imagine the poor Fern being like confused and then looking at me and like reaching, and I run the other way to not be under the pollen flower things. You okay, Greg?
I just accidentally dropped a cup of tea. Yes. I'm very wet right now. Sure. Yeah, so, okay, neither of you are in danger. Eri comes out of the portal holding a firework.
Wait, maybe
Whoa.
we don't need it.
That's the poison.
Huh?
The poison is still lingering in the air, and it is starting to spread around. So if you stand around for too long, it will get you as well, Eritrea. So if you want to do something,
This might burn it up. You know, the sparks might burn the poison up.
Okay, be quick.
But make sure you're out of range. So how close am I to this?
I'll say that you're 10 feet away.
Could I possibly step back a little bit before I do it? Because obviously I don't want to be in close.
You stuck it backwards.
And I'll like aim it in a way where like I feel like the blast radius will be the most like trajectory.
Are you aiming into the
Of a firework.
the pollen, or are you aiming at the plants above?
Well, I'm hoping to hit the ground so that the firework will go up, and then the you know, like what I don't know what you'd call it, the firework sparks.
So
it's a firework, so it's going to make big things come out of the firework.
Okay, so you're not aiming at the plants, you're aiming at the ground.
Yeah, where the roots are, I guess, because the pollen's above that, right?
Yeah. Sure. I'm not going to say you rolled to hit or anything because you're letting off a firework and kind of pointing it at the nest. With a kind of a whiz and a that's the first sound effect I've ever done in 14
I got a massive
months.
smile on my face as well. Like,
the firework shoots off the stick. I'm going to say you had a match on you. That's fine. Hits the center and go off with a loud, a loud bang. It shoots off, bright blue sparks around, and not so much as the pollen being burnt up, but the changing in pressure just clears the area for a second of this pollen. So if you wanted to run, now is a good time too. I'm going to say that you also did damage the vines. Some of them are definitely smouldering around, so if you wanted to try and run through this nest of vines, this is the time to. If you wanted to run away and go somewhere else, that is also the time to.
Running away?
Are we running?
Yeah.
Right. Where? You're running, but where?
I'm running from where we come from. Sorry, it's far away from Ren, but...
So you're turning around, going back down the trail you went, and Ren is on the other side.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I'll find a way to find him. It's just a few meters away.
Okay. I think Ariel would look in between, like, what? Like, not know which way to go.
Which do you decide?
And then-
Okay, Leah's got a plan, possibly.
Are we heading the way through the vines there? Isn't that where
Yes.
we're going? Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm going to leg it through the vines.
Sorry, I thought the sea of things that we couldn't jump over.
No, I said that, there was a sea of vines that, are now kind of smouldering because Eri shot a thing into it. You've turned around the other way. Ren and Eritrea have run through the vines and are now on the other side.
Let's keep it like that. I didn't watch the action. I was just busy closing my thing, ready to go, then realized no one is with me. Go back the other way. It is comical. Let's leave it like
we can...
Yeah.
Sure. Ren and Eritrea, you guys are now on the other side. But Leah, how are you going to now cross this? Because you ran the other way. Like, the second of
For like 3
freedom.
meters.
Yeah, like, it's what it took.
I mean, spider climb, right?
Gonna climb on what?
Spider climb, and you don't have to breathe in the poison. You can just go up through the poison stuff.
Yeah. I'll climb some trees and join them.
Sure, okay. You climb up the trees, you climb around the vines on the floor, being able to avoid them. Your clothes do get covered in this kind of sticky yellow pollen. So I wouldn't have anyone else do your laundry for a little bit. But you come around on the other side. Sure. You guys way better than that than you were meant to, but sure.
Am I still poisoned?
It lasts a minute, and you would just be doing the same rolls over and over, so eventually it would run off. It will wear off in about a minute, so sure.
I think I'd hand the chalk back to Leah and just be like, yeah, here you go. Thanks, I guess.
Was that a firework?
Yeah, did you see
Yeah,
it?
how do you know I had fireworks?
When did you get fireworks?
At the party when we lost our friend.
We didn't lose anybody. No, we
No,
didn't see
we didn't.
nobody.
Nope.
Nothing at all. I didn't realize they were giving out fireworks.
Just took a few for as a souvenir, you know.
You're like,
I might
okay,
have had a look
you
in
start
there.
nodding, and then you're like, I never want to go and walk in there, do I?
No.
Oh boy.
Things I've seen.
Oh boy. He's just gonna kneel down for a second. Like, fine. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going.
It's an organized legal mess. Do not worry about it.
This is when Red realizes I just gave the best item to the rogue. I'm like, oh, they could do small portal opens. Like the unraveling of Red is like kind of distracting him a little bit. He's like, focus, and then he starts walking forward.
Sure. Yeah, you made a hell of a lot of noise, but you managed to get through. And as you turn around, you see that the burnt up plants, kind of ones that weren't completely destroyed, kind of recover quite quickly and return back to their little moving floor.
I'm glad we didn't do lasting damage.
Mm.
Even though it's deadly, it was quite pretty.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad cutting through it. Poor thing, it really felt alive, like a little snake.
Yeah, it was tough. Like, there was just that one vine on its own was outpacing me.
You know, how do you feel being maybe back home, but in a really unwelcoming environment?
I mean, it's the Feywilds. If this wasn't the welcome amount, then what would be? You know, I'd rather this than some pixies playing pranks on us.
Ah, so there are some pixies playing pranks on us right now, then.
What? No,
Oh. Okay.
I don't think so. I guess I'll look around
I'm making paranoid.
and I'll do guidance for a perception check to see if there's any loose pixies. It's not great, but let's see. Perception. That is actually 19. 11 plus 4 plus 4.
You see no pixies.
Yeah, there's not a single pixie in sight. We're all good.
Okay.
I know their stealth score is amazing, so even if that 19 would never be enough, but Brendan doesn't. Brendan looks around, not a single pixie. We're all good.
Sure.
And I'll keep going forward. Do you need a new survival check off me?
No, it's fine. Yeah. You continue through. Are you still playing the lute, Eritrea?
No, not at the moment. I think because I would have put it away to get into the portal and grab the firework. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I slow down just following Ren, just to catch up with Avery, noticing there's no music and that she was acting a bit strange. Just ask, like, you okay? That was scary.
Yeah, I'm okay. We made it. We always do, right?
And I'm just going to walk a little bit more faster.
We always do.
Sure. And if
Oh, hey, Ren.
oh, so, no, sorry, please do carry on.
Do you want to
Sorry,
hear a
Greg.
joke?
Shut up.
What's up, Barry?
Do you want to hear a joke?
Yeah. Always, Ari. I always want to hear a joke from you.
Why did the paladin bring a pencil to battle?
Why?
In case he needed to draw his sword.
Oh.
No.
That's good.
I'll tell you, I was entirely expecting, hey, firework? I sure hope it does. But no, that was good. So Emmy's just wondering, is this like a coping mechanism? Or is this just, I don't know why I'm here kind of thing?
Should I say without someone rolling?
Wait,
or-
can I react actually?
Mm.
I think after the joke, in pure awkwardness, Leah would be like, "Hey, Eri, do you have any jokes about rogues?"
No.
Okay.
Can I roll insight now? Can I roll an insight on that one?
What are you inciting?
Harry's always got a joke. Always. Since we were in the orphanage, always had a joke.
Like Emmy, you can because it's like interpersonal thing. You can choose just to not reveal it, or you can say Ren can roll an insight.
Yeah, you can roll.
Okay. Please roll against your a performance check from you or deception, whichever one you
Okay.
prefer. Don't tell us which one.
Damn it.
Oh.
I got a 14.
Modified 20.
Okay, so Eri, would you like to tell
Dang.
us as much as you want to at this point? What that was about?
Basically, Aries in a bit of a pouty mood, and she's not angry with Ren, so she's like basically just giving a lot of attention to Ren.
I will do like a small like arm around for like a quick side hug. It's like, you're gonna be okay here, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm fine. Fine.
I mean, that little welcome mat, whatever it was, is probably going to be the least scary thing that we come across in here. But, you know, as long as we stay together, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be okay. How are you doing?
I was hoping I would walk in here and I'd remember like everything, and nothing has sparked a memory yet. So, but I know one person from here, so I just need to start by finding them.
We can do
That's
it,
at least-
I believe.
That's at least a direction. I was kind of hoping that we'd be put closer towards civilization, but I guess for the planar walkers, going to civilization could be scary, and we don't even know if they're going to be friendly or not. So there's a lot of unknowns coming up, but we'll be okay.
Yeah, we will.
But
Just,
everything,
if you're not doing well, let us know.
yeah, of course, and ditto to you. Sure, everything's
I
alright.
do know a joke about rogues.
Do you want to maybe tell Leah the joke about rogues?
If you turn at this moment towards Leah, they're just like scared because a leaf fell on the ground. Okay.
I guess I probably should, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll turn around to Leah. So, do you want to hear about a joke about rogues?
Yeah.
Why do rogues use leather armor?
To look cool? I don't know.
Because it's made of hide.
That's actually not bad.
Thank you. That was a good one.
I would assume you're probably heading on.
Yeah, I
That's-
do get my loot back out after that and start playing again.
Sure. It's now feeling a bit more of a treacherous walk. The path is still the same and Ren can still see it, but now every time your foot catches on just a loose leaf, like fear jumps up to you just for a second. And Leah jumping at every single leaf or like petal or slight sound. And
I think they're quite scared of insects because there's none in Zodiac. So every time there's a bee, they're like, ah! Oh my god.
And it seems like pretty much everywhere you look, you can probably see something. Maybe it's just a kind of like a bright purple butterfly.
Oh, I hate butterflies.
Okay, Leah hates
Okay.
butterflies.
Really? You hate
Have you seen
butterflies?
them closer?
Methalings?
Yeah.
They drink blood. They're gross.
Hello, so do you.
I never said I love myself.
You know, they're pretty. They drink blood. This is literally
Butterflies.
Petal Pot, you know?
Little schmetterlings.
I love the fact I
Oh
can't tell if this is in game or in real life.
Oh, that fact was
in
probably... that was fully in-game. Don't know why Ren just is defending the Feywild now whenever he gets a chance, but butterflies, come on, Leah.
The walk is also getting more uncomfortable because you're suddenly realizing that with all of the life and the light coming down from above, it's getting warm. It's getting the air is disgustingly humid, like you would get in a forest. It's stifling. The air feels really close and heavy in your lungs. Ren, your lungs especially, bear in mind you were poisoned recently. But you hear the lovely twanging of Eritrea's lute from behind. Can you... I'm going to assume you guys are paying attention to your surroundings at this point. So I'm not going to have a passive perception check, but can anyone who is paying attention to their surroundings do an active perception check?
If I do this, do I lose the survival check, or can I roll with the survival?
Oh, you can roll with survival, that's fine.
Like, with my
Yeah,
survival check?
this isn't a
or do I need to-
concentration thing. No.
So I can just make a new perception check, yeah?
Yes. Leah?
21.
Ooh, why'd you look so sad? That was great.
It wasn't sad.
Oh.
The reference to a TV show.
Eri?
8.
Ren? 10. So, Ren, I'm going to say you are concentrating on the path in front of you, trying to make sure there's nothing else that's going to grab you. Every now and then go, Leah, there's a butterfly. Be careful. Oh.
Oh no, Leah, look, a butterfly. Oh wait, no, you are actually scared of them. There's a butterfly over there, Leah. Chill out.
Eri, you're not in the best mood, and you're kind of concentrating on your music and not falling over the various vine and stuff you come across. But Leah, you're on edge. You're on edge for a few reasons. Firstly, Eri is being weird, and that has you kind of panicking and over-analysing everything. And the fact that you are terrified of literally everything around you. So you are paying close attention. And just on the edge of your hearing, you start hearing like a weird noise. It's just on the edge. You can't quite place it at the moment. But it doesn't sound right.
We sound like what?
Right now... Okay, I don't know how to talk to people. That's fine.
Wait, no, okay. I stop the other, just say like, and just get a little bit closer and listen more closely.
It's coming from your right-hand side. And it's kind of indistinct sound that you almost like... It's your supernatural hearing that's picked up for a second, so you can't quite process it before it starts to get louder and louder. And suddenly it's resolved into what sounds like clanking metal. Like metal clanking
weird.
together very, very quickly. I can go.
Drinking metal.
It's getting
Yeah.
louder and louder.
Means someone's coming.
You
Yeah, we
suddenly
should-
hear branches cracking as well, and what sounds even more like fast footsteps running in your direction. This
Can we hide
clanking is
behind a
getting louder.
bush?
You can dive into the foliage, sure.
Oh, I'm really bad at hiding.
Anyone who
I think-
wishes to, right, you can try and hide.
Can I put the cloak that you gave me, Ren, on top of you?
You have like a couple of seconds, judging by the sound of this.
You want me to try and hide?
I'm hiding.
Okay,
I
you
roll
have
with
you have a
disadvantage
second
hide?
now to hide.
Okay.
I've run for cover.
Okay.
I guess I will just. I'll see what my roll is. And I'll
Stealth
try and
check, stealth
hide
check,
it.
stealth with disadvantage check.
Oh, the first one was a nat 20. Oh, okay. Minus what? Oh, wait, that's not right. This should be minus 1. It's 11.
Ren, Leah,
So
24.
I guess I'll go and like stand next to a tree.
Eri,
Look like a tree.
what was yours, Eri?
5.
Okay, Eri, you were kind of caught up in the music. You kind of didn't process what was going on for just a second too long. Leah, you dive right into the bushes. And Ren, you kind of try and position your house behind a tree. And the sound is getting louder and louder, and it's resolved itself into two separate sets of footprints of clanking metal. But there's something else going on. Even louder behind them, you hear what sound like hoofbeats. And every now and then, like a dull whoop, whoop, whoop. You can't place. But you kind of have a second to understand that before running straight out of the kind of like perpendicular to you is a huge black shape clanking, and within us very quickly you realize that this is or they're gone in kind of half a second. This was clearly a dragonborn in jet like matte grey armor, and they've sprinted right past you. They didn't notice you. You hear their heavy breathing. You see, just for a second, as they just bolt straight past. They don't even notice you, Eri, even though you're kind of standing in the middle of the track. Sorry, they're just there and they've gone. Before you can pay attention to that, pardon?
He's running away from. They're running away from something, right?
As you process that, a second
we have
person
time?
sprints into. No, like literally, that person is in and gone, and then the second person is in. This person trips as they kind of enter into the like path that you're on and scatters on the floor for just a second. This is clearly a much smaller person. This person appears to be a halfling, and they themselves are wearing again metal armor, this time of a deep forest green. They kind of almost blend into the situation around you, but they look up as they're kind of scrambling, and they see Eri standing off to one side. And looking around, they see Ren hiding behind a tree. And you see her, and in her face, it is just fear. And you just hear, "Run for it!" And she's gone after the larger black figure.
I start running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Behind
if
you-
you see two people and the last one says run, you just run. You don't even question anything, you just go.
Behind you, the sound of hoofbeats is getting louder, and this weird, dull whoop sound is also there, and it's being followed by a deep, undulating
Oh,
growl
I know what it is.
of some
Oh
kind
no!
of creature.
I
You
don't
know
want to
what
kill
it is?
them. No, maybe.
You said you're running. Ren? Eri and Leah, are you guys running?
Yeah, I've legged it.
No,
Eri's just,
staying.
I'm gone. Leah.
no, I'm staying in my foliage because I want to be behind the creature and not in front.
Okay, so you're staying there.
For
Oh.
a second, yeah. I want to see what it is.
Okay, like, the sound is getting closer and closer, but they're not here yet. So you need to make a decision how long you're going to stay there.
Oh.
If it's a
But
second
you
or
were
two,
thinking-
you will, they're not there yet. You have to make the decision.
Okay, it sounds really fun to run away with them, but I think the logical thing would be to climb the tree.
Sure, okay, you climb. The other two are gone.
Yeah.
FYI, you are now alone in the Faeling.
Can I ready an action to see if I can like ready an attack on the creature if I judge that they are dangerous and to attack them?
Sure, you can climb and you can ready that. You're in the tree. Ren and Eri, you are going full tilt after these receding two figures in front of you. They're not waiting around. They're not looking around. They're just going. Sure. You guys are doing that. I'm gonna say that if you guys are still running, okay. You're no longer following a path, which means you are going to have to deal with some more things in your way. 'Cause this is not a natural path, like with the foliage out of the way. You're kind of pulling past trees and kind of stumbling over much bigger, thicker roots that sometimes you have to almost climb over. For example, you come across and you sprint and you find a log just kind of fallen across your path. The first two people jump straight over it, but it looks like they're quite a treacherous jump to make at full speed. Do you kind of have the chance, do you jump over it or do you run around it?
Which one would require athletics?
I'm not telling you, you tell you what you do.
I would athletically jump over it.
You athletically
I
jump
jump
over
it.
it. Emily, you jump over it as well. Okay. So please do DC 13 athletics checks.
Uh, 17 for me.
Okay, you make it over. You're a lot taller and you're quite athletic, so you manage to jump and just leap it in like a single bound and you're continuing to run. Eri?
What, 15?
15, you make it actually pretty fine as well. You're not as tall, so you've got to try and you use a root as basically a step to do that kind of running jump over.
Lovely.
And again, you're fine. And you guys are running off. Leah, you've decided to climb a tree.
Yes, I did.
You are right that things are coming, and maybe 30 seconds after everyone else has gone, this sound's getting louder and louder. You see, firstly, what comes in is what looks like a six-legged horse. It's got a much longer snout, and it's got a longer body to accommodate an extra pair of legs kind of in the middle. And the tail is kind of whipping around it. But most of the part, it looks like a normal horse. And the rider looks around for a second as it reaches the track, listens for a second, and runs directly more forward towards the receding figures. Behind you, there is still that whoomp, whoomp sound. And suddenly, out of nowhere, in the middle of this clearing, a huge, sleek, black, panther-like cat appears in the middle of the road. You can't get a fantastic look of it, but you see it seems to have multiple tails floating around itself, and it too is being ridden by another rider. Again, you can't get a great look. It's just there for a second, and it teleports off somewhere else with that dull whoomp.
Okay, so both of the riders are not scared. They are both hunters, right?
They are both chasing on animals.
I feel like shooting them will just show them that I'm here, and I don't know if I can face them alone. So, can I do a check to understand if I can use the echo in my favor by trying to make them think that there are someone on the other side?
You have a gun. That's all you have at your... Like, what are you trying... Yeah, like you... What would you use to do that?
My voice.
You just want to shout loudly to see try and get one of their attention.
Like, throw their voice.
Have you ever thrown
Yeah.
your voice before?
No?
No, I mean, okay, you can do a very hard performance check if you wish.
No. Okay. when they're gone, I will climb down the tree and I'm going to chase them stealthily.
Okay. You are going to be slower then.
I'm going actually to stay in the trees. Can I jump from trees to trees because they are so close to each other?
Yeah, you're going to be a lot slower, but yes. Jumping from tree to tree is slower than running.
Couldn't run anyway. That's not really discreet, is it?
No. But you
You
decided
don't
to.
actually climb the tree. You can just walk around. You can just walk all over them with the spider climb.
Hmm.
Yeah, but you still need to make the
Okay.
jumps across. Okay. Ren and Eritrea, you're continuing to run forward. Do you stop and take notice that Leah's no longer with you? Or are you just running? You hear these hoofbeats behind you.
I mean, I will roll a perception check if I feel like we've cleared all the obstacles so far to see if I can notice Leah. But out of everybody, Ren can never find Leah, and always when he turns his. So I guess what Ren's perception check will him be just looking over his shoulder because that's where Leah normally pops out.
Yeah. So you're just looking behind you. You're going to see Eritrea, who is, Eritrea, for all of your, you obviously are quite much weaker than the others, but you are fast. As an elf, I think you have a movement speed of 35. You're quick on your feet.
Pretty.
In fact, Ren, what's your movement speed?
35 because I'm half wood elf. Yeah.
You find yourself slowly catching up with the halfling because they have a much lower movement speed. But what did you roll for your perception?
Oh, it was like a 9. Yeah, 9.
Okay. You see Eritrea. You hear like the dull whoomp and the hoofbeats behind you. You don't see Leah, but you don't know whether that's because she's not there, or they're not there. Sorry, or because they're just too sneaky.
Have you seen Leah, Eri?
No, I
I
haven't.
can't find them.
Even though Aries annoyed them, she still notices they're not there.
And you're doing this while still sprinting, right?
Yeah, I guess we'll try and figure out what's going on and then try and circle back. Leah's tough and wouldn't have gone out without a fight. We would have heard the gunshot.
Okay.
I guess I'll try and catch up to this halfling.
Yeah, okay. They are sprinting. Like, the Dragonborn is almost out of sight in front of you, but you have managed to catch up with this halfling by sprinting at full pace.
I know now's not the time, but what's going on?
I wish I could say, just keep going. We don't want to be caught by whoever the fuck that is.
Whoever the fuck that is. Thank you. I realised there's something else I could do. Can I use a second? Actually, I think I need time. No, I recast him earlier. Can I call for Bernard? That'll make things a lot easier.
Yeah. It's not a ritual or anything, is it? You just...
No.
Yeah.
The first time I summon him is a ritual. The other times it's a bonus action just to bring him out. So I will go, Bernard! And as Bernard comes comes by me, I will chuck the halfling onto Bernard, and then I'll give Bernard a tap in the butt. It's like, go!
Okay, so they've taken off without you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the halfling shoots off suddenly on a horse and is quickly catching up with the Dragonborn. It's just you and Eri. So do you just follow them for as long as possible?
Yeah. I have we're running in a somewhat straight line. So once I get to somewhat safety, I can arguably be able to figure out where we left Leah.
Okay. The chasing carries on for a long time. It does start to sound like the hoofbeats and the woomph does start to sound like it fades off, though. That after a second, or after, maybe 5-10 minutes of running straight, you guys are tired. Like, you're panting, the air is still thick, you are horribly sweaty. But you feel like you managed to reach a point where you can no longer hear hoofbeats behind you.
I guess I'll duck behind a tree initially.
Well, I was going to say
I'll try.
that the two in front of you are definitely slowing down from tiredness, so you can catch up to them as well, quite easily at this point.
Yeah, I'll push forward.
You find both of yourselves at a kind of just a huge rock, like a kind of a cliff face. That unfortunately almost feels like you've run into a bit of a dead end. There's much thicker growth around you, just a huge stone wall, maybe 40 feet high in front of you. But they've stopped for a break just for a second, and they're very clearly, they've whirled around and are listening intently into the forest. They see you running at them, but they're definitely trying to peer over your shoulder, and they don't appear to see anything. That was close one. The Dragonborn is kind of doubled up, like leaning on his knees.
Nice to... Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Oh, I wish I knew. Give me a second. Thanks for the horse. That was useful.
You didn't happen
Yeah.
to see a rogue around, did you?
What? No, we just saw you two. And looking behind,
okay.
I can't see anything. Oh, I can't hear them though. Oh.
I'll slump against a tree and regain my breath. You guys from the Feywilds, or...?
First thing first, I guess. Right. But the Dragonborn in his kind of dark grey armour will stand up and immediately kind of raise a fist and just be... Would you like to tell me who the hell you two are?
Yeah, I'm Ren. And this is Eri.
Yeah.
Eritrea.
We were both chilling before, you ran something into us.
We heard, I don't know, about half an hour ago, we heard, like, bangs from this area. We thought, well, maybe there'll be something. And then, apparently we weren't the only ones as we ran into those two, who quite immediately gave chase after us, and we kind of just ran, so...
You don't have any clue who they are.
No, but we're fairly certain they don't want anything good. We've already lost one of our party to them.
What was your names? Seems we gave you ours.
Myself. My name is Stemmer Resin, says the Dragonborn. Just Stamel, it's fine. For now. And this is Talia, nodding down at the halfling.
Talia and Stamel. Wonderful to make your acquaintance. You said you lost a party member?
Yeah.
As in, like, fully lost, or just can't find them at the moment?
Yeah, taken by one of those chasing us.
So, okay. I didn't get a look at all what they look like or anything. It was only Leah, wasn't it?
Yeah, only Leah sort of stuff.
Okay. Who is this person that's missing? Like, we're trying to get to the civilization that's here in the Feywild, so we'll keep an eye out.
Well, we want to find something as well. Oh, this has been a really bad 6 hours. I wouldn't bother. They, by the time we were just trying to figure out where the heck we were, and then by the time we looked around, one of the things had our party member was standing over them.
Who was that party member again, sorry?
It doesn't matter, they're gone now anyway.
Is that what you guys do to your party? Surely you would want to find them again, right?
Right now, we're no good to them if we're dead. And there's no good charging in after the dead already as well.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, well, if the sound's gone, I am going to suggest to Airy that we go and find our party member and try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
You guys going to be okay? You guys look like you've been running for a lot longer than we were.
Yes, we... I don't know what they are, but they definitely know this place better than we do. We escape for a couple of hours, and then if, like, they find us again so quickly, we don't know.
Escape from what?
Whatever the f is chasing us. We were
So they caught you initially and then you escaped, or you were just always constantly on the run for a couple of hours?
always constantly on the run. We feel like we're getting somewhere, trying to figure out a moment's peace, and then we hear them again.
It's the trackers. Okay.
We have no idea where the hells we are either. I don't suppose you two know much?
Not a lick, I'm afraid.
Great. Well, I don't even know what to do at this point. This place is degrading in so many ways.
Raiding.
Yeah, you're clearly well armoured yourself. That's not going to last long. I'll show you. The big guy takes off one of his shoulder pauldrons. This is concentrated plate steel. Strong. And yet, after a few hours here, it can do this. And he puts his hand on either side, presses really hard, and for a second nothing happens, and then you see it start to bend in and crush until it's folded completely in half.
Oh.
He tosses it to the floor.
Okay. Well, if I lose my armor, I'm going to be very easy to hit. Okay. That means time is of the essence then. We need to find our third party member and try and find a way out of the forest towards the
Out of this
civilization.
fucking place. Good luck with that. We've basically been going in one straight line, and it's endless.
We're going in a straight line as well.
Any luck?
Unless... we were making some progress, and then you guys pulled up, and then you said to run, so we ran. We were making what I could feel was progress. I could see a path.
Animal
We were able
tracks.
to do it.
There's a fair few running through, but
Yeah.
we kind of pushed off those since we're likely not going to be the only ones using them.
Yes, the people chasing you, and that has your third party member. Yes. Okay.
Hang on a second. Talia reaches into her pouch and pulls out like a rough leather water skin before dousing a cloth in it, just lowering herself down, just like, oh, it's so fucking hot in this place. Pleasant. You're going to wander back off, are you?
Yes. We have one member unaccounted for, and we didn't get all the way here just to be stuck in some forest. So, yes, we're going to push on. You guys going to be okay?
I don't suppose you're a big believer in... They kind of look at each other for a second. Safety in numbers.
I am a believer in safety in numbers.
What about you? Bart, sorry, but we heard your music, so I thought it might be a safety, because it was something different. Hence why we kind of ran in your direction.
I mean, safety in numbers is good as long as we can trust you.
I wouldn't trust anything around here, if I'm honest. The very trees feel dirty.
Can I do like an insight check for a vibe?
You want a vibe check? Okay.
I really don't like that they don't care about their third party member, and I'm trying to be polite, but like I want to abandon them because of it. But I want to check to see if they are honestly good people or if they are the scumbags I think they are.
Vibe check.
As soon as I realized Leah wasn't there, I knew Leah can fend it for themselves, but I'm still worried. That's not a great vibe check. That's only like an 11.
They are clearly a bit distrusting of you. But
Me.
they look at each other and then turn to you and nod and say, "On our oaths, we will travel with you."
Oh no. What paladins are you?
I myself, Staymore stands there. I am with Concresh.
One crash, okay.
And Talia here, as so many halflings, are with Yonlander, or Yondala, sorry. Sorry, I get it wrong.
Okay, I'm a paladin of Sune. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Strange to run into another paladin here in the middle of nowhere. Have you been here long?
A couple of hours, if that.
Well, in that case, I will give you another piece of advice. We've only been here for, as I said, about 6 hours. Fell through a big hole in reality, it feels. And
Ooh.
we can't hear the gods anymore.
Oh. I haven't checked. It's
We don't know when it started. I felt like we did when we came in, but now, nothing.
I guess I'll reach out to my amulet that I got from the church in Shorjak.
Yep.
And I'll grip it and cast guidance on it to see if it does what it normally does.
You get the slight warmth running through you.
Okay, she's still here.
Be careful,
And-
it might fade. If it's anything like us, as I said, our armour is degrading, and so is the connection.
Sune does have a somewhat connection to the Fey realms, so maybe that's why she's lingering for a bit longer than yours did.
And is
Okay,
this your
I'll,
squire or personal bard?
No, this is my childhood friend. We're adventurers. We're part of an adventuring group. We've gone and done. Have we got a name for the setting yet? The map, the main map.
I think I said it was Estravia.
Estravia.
That's what the name of the map is in my files, anyway.
Okay. I'll say that now this is my childhood friend Eritrea. We are part of the adventuring group called the Kindlers. We've been adventuring mostly through the East Estravia. Sorry, that's a B, not a D. So we did like Radis and Shorjak and a couple of places in between, and helped out the Broken Isles as well.
The Broken Isles, that's fair enough.
Do you know of the Broken Isles?
I mean, yeah. That's like, what, 40-ish years ago? Big event, whole place is fucked up.
Oh no, it's external. That's not red. But oh no, oh no. Is Ren smart enough to do that math? That's a real question. Did Leah fall over? Is Leah okay?
Sorry, my back hurt, but I'm listening.
I thought you just genuinely fell fully over. Is Ren smart enough to do that math? That it's been 50 years, not 40 years?
I mean, you can ask them up on it, or you can do a history check, or...
I don't know if I want to break their spirit right now. But if Ren knows, Ren doesn't really lie to people either. Can I do a roll to see if Ren can figure it out? Because I have 8 intelligence.
You would have to do a history check.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do a history check. That is a 5.
Like they didn't seem to really know. They just said kind of like around 40, and bear in mind it was around 50 years ago. It wasn't like 50 years to the date, like an anniversary or something. It just sounds like a weird rounding thing.
Yeah, but it sounds like they've been here for like a year or two at least. If it was like mid-40s, like between 40 to 50, if it was like in the 45 area, you would say 40-ish years. But then if it was like in the 48 area, you would say 50 years. So I feel like they've been here for a
Not with
spans
a
of
not with a
time.
well, not with an 8,
But
not with a 5. You don't.
Ren can't figure that bit out. So Ren's not going to react like the way that Ryan did.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right. Well, we were a part of the effort to reclaim it. It's now become an empire. That's what we did just before we got here.
Fun. Something to go back and check when we're out of this place. So, what's your plan then? Are you just going to walk on ahead and hopefully run into your friend before running into those things?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
Find
I'll try and
friends,
loop around more, but
and then get out of the forest, go and find civilization, and go and see if we can find people to talk to. Better than just wandering around in the forest.
After you two, then, I guess.
Right. And I will start to try and head back to where we came from where I think Leah was.
Okay, you're gonna have to do a survival check for this. And do you two say anything on the way?
Ryan doesn't trust them, but Ren probably does, so Ren will be making like small talk, I guess, checking to see what kind of things they've done and see if I can figure out their oaths.
I meant like to Eritrea or anything, but yeah, sure.
Oh, right, sorry.
But you can talk to them as well. I didn't know, like, Eri, what your thoughts were on all this.
Eri doesn't like them. It might be partially because Eri's in a bad mood, but also, yeah, they turned up, everything kind of went to crap, and now we've lost Leah, and yeah, so I'm not really very happy about that.
That's a
I just don't trust them. There's something about them I just don't like them.
Oh, was it 20 what, sorry?
26 again. I rolled a 19 and a 3 on my guidance.
Okay, yeah, 26 is fine. Yeah, you have a rough idea of how you came. You see like some broken branches, so you start following your way back. Are you trying to be stealthy at all?
Yeah, I guess I will give it a go. So I use guidance for my survival, so I can't use it for my stealth. With disadvantage. Oh, this is already so bad. Okay. Yeah, that's an 8.
What were you rolling for? Sorry.
Stealth.
That's just stealth. You're still clanking like hell. Having the other two behind who are still clanking very loudly as well doesn't help.
3 paladin trying to sneak is not. It's not the look.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I'm not even sure Emi's trying to. So if you're starting to head back, I'm trying to think how to do this now. You
Did not hear what Leah's been doing for the last.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Not gonna lie, spitting the party really fucked things up. But Leah.
Sorry, it won't be long. I panicked. Yeah, I just have a few questions before I lose sight of the beast and the riders. Can I spot anything interesting? Any symbols on their clothes, jewelry? Do they have a flag saying "We are"? No. Like anything on them? Maybe I'll tell you everything and you tell me which check or checks I should make. If I lose sight of them, I'll probably like, fuck this. Like, it's been 2 seconds I'm here. I'm so tired of this forest. And probably try to climb up a tree to have a view of what's happening outside. And then it will be my big check of trying to find the others. So mainly on the smell, because I now know the smell of their blood quite well, I guess. The noise and any thing they would have left on the way, or just footprints and stuff like that. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
in the trees.
I'm just gonna have you say, like, from where you are, they're not wearing. You see, they're wearing very fine clothing. They have like they don't have cloaks sort of with like a certain like flag or anything behind, but they are wearing long like flappy cloaks that do kind of flit along behind them or flit along the rider. The one riding the kind of sleek black puma. Like their cloak is kind of staying still as they're kind of teleporting from place to place. You
Do
don't.
they look human? Do I get their gender, age?
That's going to be an actual perception check.
Yeah, do you want me to roll now?
Yeah.
15.
You got quite high in the trees in the 15, so seeing them from above. You see they have extremely long but finely braided hair. You can kind of gather that they're extremely tall, but quite thin, and quite lithe.
Okay.
You can tell from the way that they kind of how they sat on their beasts that these are trained riders. You climb up all the way up the tree. I'm going to say you chose quite a big tree. So you said you're trying to get above the canopy to have a look above the trees.
Canopy, that's the word I wanted, yeah.
It takes a while because it's quite difficult. There's lots of branches, and every now and then you get part of your clothes stuck on one. But you manage to make your way, and you look. Your head kind of pops up above this like green blanket of leaves, and you turn around, and it's just a sea of leaves in every direction you can see. But you can see, like, due to like the shape of this sea, it's like rolling hills and mountains. In the far distance, you see what appear to be like giant rocky spires, risen up to maybe the west, and you can't really get any sense of direction from up here. You can't see any breaks in the trees or anything like that. You do see, though, that there are still two suns in the sky. And yeah, so you still got Cineria and Celeria sitting directly above in the sky.
Are they moving fast? I mean, do I feel the earth moving fast?
You have never thought about this, I'd probably say, so you don't get anything from trying to feel the rotation of the plane.
Yeah, I guess it's metagaming because they mentioned the time. Okay, then I'll try to look for the others.
Okay, that is going to be a survival check, I'm going to say, because it's like you're tracking.
Okay.
It will decrease the bit of it because you did say a good thing about scent and being a vampire. So I will change something slightly for that.
Oh, it is a 16 plus 1, but I'll use a psychic dice because it's really important, plus 4. So, 21.
Oh, I like that idea. You've been attuned to these two's mind a few times. And you feel that it gives you a little bit more confidence that they are... looking the way that you thought they ran, you feel that they are somewhere that way. I like the fact you used your psychic die for this. It's like a lingering, tiny, weak thread of a psychic connection to these two, because you've done it so many times. You cannot communicate through it, but it's just something feeling that pulling you that way. So if you start leaping through the trees like a monkey, that's the way you're going to be going.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'll do that.
It takes a couple of minutes, but although you're kind of jumping through the trees, you spot movement ahead of you.
Stop a look.
You see the horse rider on his six-legged horse is slowly walking through the forest. The horse is walking; he's sitting on it, heading back quite casually in the direction that he ran before. So he's kind of maybe 50 feet ahead of you, although you're up in the trees at the moment. Because he's walking quite slowly, you get a better look at him. You see, again, like he's got long, like dark, like hazel brown hair, which is finely braided with like threads of gold. He's wearing extremely fine green and brown, what look like the colours of like a classical hunter would wear, like a peasant hunter. But these are clearly gorgeously tailored. There's occasional bits of frill and just very light embroidery running throughout his clothes.
It crossed the mind of Leah to go speak to them. But because they are onto something and closer to their friend, they're going to focus on that instead.
You've got to wait for them to pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're happy with this choice, Greg?
You've made a choice. I am going to say...
It's not what I want to do, it's what my character would do.
I am going to say you will need to do a stealth check if you're trying to hide amongst the trees.
Okay.
And it is going to be against his.
It is 18. And I'm not going to use a psychic die.
Beaten by 1.
Ooh, the drama. Yeah, because is super confident. They're just like, yeah, just with my mind, I can find my friend. I'm super stealthy. It's fine.
Yeah, as I said, like you beat it, so you shift slightly and you dislodge like a seed hanging from one of the branches, and it falls down into the foliage. And he just looks around for a second, but then kind of shrugs quite casually and just rides on by. You will notice he doesn't have any weapons.
Does the horse look dangerous?
It's a six-legged, like, alien-looking horse.
It's a horse.
Yes. And if
Can
you do
I do
nothing...
a vibe check? No, it's
no,
fine.
I think you've
saw
done
them.
it. You've probably done enough. Like, if at this point he's walking past, he's below you, has walked on.
Yeah.
If you want to, go for it. You know, it's fine.
No.
It is fine. It is completely 100% fine. You know, you are
No.
your own person. You can do your own choices. If you want to talk to them, I want to talk to them. If that helps at all.
But I
feel
think
like
we will in the future. If I do that now, it changes Greg's plans. I'm going to speak for 2 hours, and I'm going to be captured, and it's going to change the whole story. So, and Leah wouldn't do it. So no, I'm going to contain myself, and I'm going to wait.
He's gone now. He's walked past. You resume your travel through the trees, holding on to that little psychic thread. The other two of you, with the other two paladins, you actually ran for quite a while, as I said, about 10 minutes. And you're making your way back, trying to be stealthy, although not doing very well. So you're making slow going on the way back. The other two, they're not talking. And they're walking behind you the whole way. After a couple of minutes of slow walking back, you hear the... You feel like it's getting closer.
I guess I will try. I want to talk to them, but I'm worried about these paladins kicking off something that doesn't need to be kicked off.
They've heard it as well.
Damn it.
They've
Don't trust these
instantly
paladins.
jumped into bushes. Yeah, hide.
I want to talk to them so bad. Oh, I guess I hide.
You hide. Eri?
Yep,
Oh,
Stealth.
I'm hiding.
Stealth checks, everyone.
this goes against every fiber of my being.
I know, but it's fine. It's safe,
Oh,
so you
What
can
the
speak.
wow, Leah, wow. You know, I've been taking notes of your hiding prowess. I can't put them into practice, but that's an 11.
Eri, how did you do?
The best I've done.
Oh, I
Hey.
rolled exact same. I got a 4 plus 3.
7. You do dive into the bushes.
I've rolled so many 4s today.
And in the clearing where you just were half a second ago, like appearing out of nowhere with this dull whoosh of air, this kind of panther beast appears. And you see this, I'm going to give it a bit more description. It's very long and lithe black panther. Again, it's got 6 legs, but it's almost got like 2 coming out of where the panther's end would usually end, and they're long and muscled coming out the back, almost doubling the length this extra pair of legs behind. Its long black swishing tail flicks through the air as its head turns from side to side, and these 2 long tentacles like wave out from either side, almost like sniffing the air. Sitting astride it is another. You get a pretty good look because he doesn't pass on from here. He stays here for a second, and he's adjusting his seat as the I don't want to say the word. I'm just going to say panther beast for now. And it's like weird, like prehensile, like very like jointed paws, like paw the earth as it looks around. He's up there. He's got long, kind of white hair, like not white as in old, but white as in like platinum blonde hair. Again, braided with beautiful thread, red this time, dancing throughout in what looks like kind of almost like hypnotic pattern. You also again notice that he isn't holding any weapons, but he just sits here for a second looking around suspiciously. If you don't do anything, the other 2 paladins are going to. You see one of them is reaching for something on their belt, but from where you are, you can't quite see.
I will stand up out of my hiding spot, and I will say, "Hello. Do you speak common?"
Eri, what do you do? Do you stay
I'm
here?
just looking at Ren in bewilderment and then just kind of get up as well, like, hey, what
As-
are you doing, Ren? What are we doing?
I don't want the other paladins to attack me. I don't know if they're actually bad. Something weird is going on here, and I would rather us figure it out instead of the paladins just attacking everything. That's what they do.
Here we go.
Both the beast and its rider whirl around to face you. And as the other 2 paladins actually use that moment of distraction to get up and run as far as they can in the other direction.
Good riddance.
Oh, it's...
You get a better look at the beast again as it's now facing you. It's about your height, Ren. So Eritrea, this is big for you. It's got a very large cat-like like puma head. It's got beady orange eyes which are staring you down, and a deep like undulating growl comes from it.
Oh, I know what it is.
What marvelous mounts you have.
The person on the beast firstly looks at you, quickly looks around as the other 2 turn and run, and watches them leave before turning back to you guys. Can I just quickly ask, you both have this, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvins, and Sylvain.
I am the exact same.
I'm just quickly checking something. I mean,
The Fey language is Sylvain.
it is a Feywild language, yes. But you hear the person look quite confusedly at you both as you hear in Elven. And just who the hell are you? You're not meant to be here.
We've come. I'll speak back in Elven. I'm Ren, and this is Eritrea. We are adventurers, and we've come looking for civilization, I suppose. I'm here trying to find somebody.
And you thought you would just drop in here.
This is where our the portal took us. The other ones fell here. We chose to come here.
Another lost wanderers. Fair enough. You. No, I know you're new here, but I've kind of got to say you have kind of both messed up a little.
How have we messed up? We've ruined the game for you?
Oh yeah.
Yes, to put it bluntly. You've kind of fallen into a restricted area here. Like portals were not meant to be able to be opened here.
It was some kind of an uber powerful artifact that took us here, to be fair. We didn't really understand it.
Yeah, we're sorry about that. It wasn't our intention.
Mortals
The front
playing
door
with
would
things
be-
you shouldn't.
Honestly, we don't even know where here is.
You are in the Feywild. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
speak
well.
more slowly if that helps.
No, we
Oh.
know what that is. Thank you. But just not where we are in the fair. The Feywild.
Feywilds?
Oh gosh. Sorry, you guys make me a little nervous.
I must say that your fashion sense is incredible, by the way.
Flattery will get you everywhere, but save it for when it's more important. I'm going to say Leah.
Yep.
I knew you were going to do that.
I nearly spat my coke everywhere. Oh.
Following this psychic thread, you suddenly hear voices as you're jumping through the trees, and you look down, and you're kind of directly above this scene going on.
Okay.
And so what you see is this beast kind of staring down your two friends.
Once again, I think I'm going to stay hidden a few more seconds listening to what they're saying, because I feel like I'm more powerful if I surprise them by attacking than showing myself now. So I'll wait a little bit more.
So you're just lost and trying to find anywhere to not be lost at, basically.
Yeah, trying to get
Pretty
out of
much.
your restricted area into a civilized place so I can go and find somebody to have a conversation. I don't look familiar to you at all, do I?
No.
Oh well.
Should you?
When I was younger, I was stuck here for a couple of years, but I don't remember anything about
Like
that.
here, or like Feywild?
I fell through a portal to the Feywilds. I came out and I don't remember anything about it. I just aged.
So you could be literally anywhere. Literally anywhere, and memory loss is really common.
Yeah.
Well, it'll turn around and slap the back of I'm just going to say what it is, the Displacer Beast.
I thought it was the Displacer Beast, yes!
I would suggest, if you wish to get somewhere nice, you hitch a ride.
I can call Bernard and ride alongside you, but if you
I
wouldn't
want to
mind-
ride.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's what I
it's good.
figured.
I don't know who... Bernard, a friend of yours?
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Bernard! And Bernard will start running towards us. I would have had him stay quite far back.
How quaint, it's got 4 legs.
Yes,
Oh,
I realize that you
pony.
guys do things with the 6 legs. This is what it looks like in the material plane, but honestly, I think Bernard's going to be envious of the 6th leg.
Oh, Castior is going to have a field day with you. Anyway, that's really not going to be fast enough. You should probably hop on. I don't know, 4 legs,
Oh.
it very slow.
Okay, yeah. I'll jump on. Oh yeah, it's got 6
Wait,
legs. Of course, it's long enough for
Wait,
all of
Ren,
us.
Ren. What about
Yeah?
Leah?
Can I?
I will
Can I-
do something. I will look over my shoulder. If you decide that's what you want to do, then feel free. But I will look over my shoulder.
It's what I was thinking before you said. I would have tried to jump to sit behind Ren on the horse.
We haven't seen Leah in a hot minute. Normally when this happens, I start worrying about what they could be up to and stuff, and then I look over and then they scare the shit out of me. I don't think they're going to be there. Oh my god, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, well.
Just like
Leah's here.
flying on the horse, we're like, hi.
Interesting party trick.
This is another friend of ours. This is Leah. Oh,
Well, Monty's got enough room full, so get on the back, and I'll walk us back.
I didn't catch your name, good sir.
I'm Netsy.
Netsy, lovely.
Are we all on the same mount?
If you wish to be.
I'm not asking if we are.
It's got like 6 legs, so it'll be a long boy.
Oh, it's as I said, it's got like normal panther length for a giant panther, and then it has like a huge, powerful of legs which are definitely used for like jumping forward, like doubling the length of it. So yeah.
I was going to say, Ari would probably lean back into Leah and just be like, glad you're okay. And then move away again.
Okay.
Yep. So is everyone on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll reach into pocket, pull out a pocket watch, and look after the 2 paladins. They certainly appear to be back on schedule, so we can take a nice leisurely walk if you wish.
Yeah, sure. I'm enjoying the company, so why not?
Wonderful. And I'm
I like
sure
these guys.
you've got an awful lot to say. We're going to take a break at this point, because we've been going for 2 hours. It wasn't meant to, and then somebody fucking ran off. Or didn't run off, that was the point. So we'll be back after the break. And we're back. So, you have been picked up by... I need to quickly check my notes, I've already forgotten his name. Netsy. On the back of Monty, the Displacer Beast. And as I said, like, this Displacer Beast is big. Like, you can sit quite happily cross-legged on this back. Like, you can feel the weird, like, sloping motion as you are actually walked back. And I will do a bit more description of Netsy himself. He actually turns around, although he's sitting up by the Displacer Beast haunches, he turns around and sits cross-legged facing you with a quite wide, welcoming smile on his face. And he's still speaking in Elven because nobody said anything else yet. And he's got, as I said, he's got...
Leah, do you speak... Sorry, Leah, does Leah speak Elven?
No.
I will ask him if he knows Common, because our friend in black does not... Actually, no, you're not even in black anymore, right? Wait, what's your character look like now? Sorry, 1 second. Oh, there's a lot of white... Yeah, white shit. Our friend here can't speak Elven.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I spoke Common, but I think I should be able to do that. Does this work? He speaks to Common.
Yeah.
He's got quite a heavy accent. It just sounds like incredibly posh, but that's just the way his accent. It's very posh. It's very clipped when he's speaking Common.
Yeah, like Tash. Yeah, I get it.
So you are able to understand me now, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. As I was saying to your 2 friends here, they've rather put their proverbial foot in it. You're essentially in a... how do I put this? Court reservation, I think is probably the best way to put it.
Court reservation?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like a hunting ground.
No. This is it's an area reserved for the courts. I don't know. The word prison doesn't quite translate as well. It's not quite what it is, but it's the closest I know in common. Yes.
Ah. So wait, those 2 paladins are in this. Sorry, what was it? Court
Reservation.
These 2 paladins have been sentenced to this court reservation?
Yes. Yes, yes. So yeah, I think that's what his words are like. Yes.
Was it because they did anything in particular, or?
Oh yes. I mean, what do you think we do? Just send people to court reservation for nothing?
I didn't think so.
That'd be quite uncouth, wouldn't you think?
I mean, I was going to say, I asked them and they said they don't know why they're here, but they could be lying.
Oh no, that
Do they
bit's
know?
probably true.
Oh, but they've done something that the court has to designate them to being in the reservation.
This is really hard to describe. Okay, we'll take a little detour. I will show you what's going on, so you can try and understand. As I said, you really fucked things up. Because you were making a lot of noise, which we heard from a very, very long far away. Lots of banging going on. Obviously, the racket you guys were making was incredible, and that meant that they went away they weren't supposed to. Which has really screwed up schedules.
Right, I can only apologise. I will ask for a better designation for the next time we use the teleporter.
Oh, don't worry.
Shifter.
It's quite clear you're here by accident. Don't worry, it actually happens quite a lot. Just not here. So, would you like to explain a bit about who you are?
Yes, we are a adventuring group called the Kindlers. I'm Ren, the Bard Eritrea, and the Hero Thief, Leah.
Hero Thief, okay. And I'm going to point out the really obvious here. You're quite clearly an elf, Eritrea.
Yep.
Hi, elf. We are, in fact, cousins. Long-distant cousins, but cousins nonetheless. You're quite clearly a... what's the word? Demi-elf? Is that what you're called?
Half-elf.
Half-elf, sorry.
Yes.
Strange translation. You are a bit harder to place. Our esteemed dropping-in friend. I don't really want to make any assumptions, so can you...
Take a guess.
Good lord, I mean... You look like you're made of porcelain, but... You also seem incredibly uncomfortable here. That much is very clear. You wouldn't... You just kind of drop out of nowhere. It's been a while. You wouldn't happen to be a muse or a doppelganger?
No. No. Close enough, I guess.
Okay. I'm out of guesses after that, if you're not a muse or a ganger.
What's a muse?
I was just getting that off the complexion. They were... they're almost basically extinct around here at this point, but, they are a little bit creepy... what is the word? Not fiendish. The cursed folk, I think, is the best description that I can come up with. Are you cursed folk? You would know if you were.
How would I know?
I'm guessing the answer's no. And the other one is the ganger, the doppelganger. Skinwalker? Face changer? No. Am I completely wrong here?
No, you're not. It's just usually in where we come from. I'm not supposed to say because we are kind of despised. No, I heard bad things about the doppelganger, but also about what I am, which is a changeling?
Oh, now that is rare. Not unheard of, but rare enough. Ah. Well, I feel like that you three are going to be popular.
Popular where?
Oh, the court. We
court?
found you here, so we need to come and hand you into the court, yes. Oh.
Like with the king and the queen?
What form of court is this? Oh. Common sucks for this kind of stuff. I've used court two different ways. This is court as in a justice system reservation. And then we go into a court as in a nobility situation?
Oh, like noble families in a way.
Yes. Close enough.
But with like a hierarchy system.
Yes. Yeah, does that make sense? We're in one court, we're going to a different type of court.
Okay. Do we have a choice?
I mean, we would... One way or the other, I'm leading you out of this reservation. You don't have to go to the court, but... This is the nice area, and if you guys are lost, then you don't want to go to the nasty areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do know someone from one of the courts, so we might bump into an old acquaintance.
Possibly. I mean, there's a very large number of courts, but there is certainly some migration between them. So, good luck at that, I guess. Anyway, yes, I wanted to explain about those two. Oof. Okay. Please. It's going to sound a bit harsh, but there is a reason for it. So, what did they tell you? I don't know. They don't interact with people. It's rare.
They said they've been here for 6 hours, and they lost one of their party members, but they didn't seem too fussed about it.
That's certainly well.
It rubbed me the wrong way.
That's both right and well. The first bit's right for them. They've been here about 6 hours. This time at least. And they didn't so much as lose a party member, as in throw the party member to something they thought was going to attack them.
Oh, those bad seeds.
Hence, they're in the court system.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, abandoning a friend just to try and get, live is despicable. I wouldn't do it.
Well, that was our thought as well. So, But we believe in full justice here. And they need to prove that they are... What's it called? Innocent until proven guilty. No, guilty until proven innocent. We've shown that they're guilty, and then we need to make them prove themselves that they're good enough to be innocent, if that makes sense. Oh, this is not... They're in a trial. Does that make sense?
Trial. Yes, that makes sense. You're trying to see if their decision making is on the side of just or unjust.
Excellent.
Because they did a shitty thing. You want to see if what they're made of, and this is your way of doing it.
Yes, and I would admit they've not been going well so far. I think they're about 0 for 1,200, I think.
Yeah, they literally bolted first chance they got. I could see them being here for a while.
Well, yes, forever, basically. But
If it helps, they've lost contact with their deities.
oh, we know. We kind of organised that as well. Well, it's quite a difficult thing to do, so we explained to their gods what happened, and they said, fuck off. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I did not realize you guys just chat to gods. That's insane.
Oh,
That's
not
cool.
me personally. I just helped run the
Yeah, I
reservation.
know, but one of the heads of the courts would probably did it. Yeah, I get it.
The dear mother herself. So, yes. That. And how to explain that? Basically, the head of our court.
What
queen.
court is this?
We are under the, or you, I guess, I should probably introduce everything. You are currently under the esteemed protection, for now, of the esteemed Mother of Thoughts. Yes, it was, yes, so, okay, so, a very long time ago, our friends came here for the first time, the two paladins and their third companion. They had the fortunate honour of actually being met by the Queen, the Mother. Unfortunately, they got a bit freaked out. Unfortunately, the big one, literally, their other companion basically threw him to the ground as a sacrifice, and they ran off. Now, the Mother didn't take well to this, so, as part of their trial, every few days, we put them back in that situation, with memory wipes of stuff, of course, and see if they do it differently. So when I said they're nil for about 1,200, they've done this about 1,200 times. Always the same way.
Whatever happened to that third companion?
Oh, what, the first time?
Yeah.
Nothing pleasant.
Could you describe the mother?
The mother, you'll see her at some point. If you're allowed to attend court, of course.
Does she eat people?
Does she eat people?
I don't know.
No?
You say it was a sacrifice and it did not well.
No,
with
no,
the
no,
guy.
no. She was coming to greet them, but she is a lady of great power, and so they got scared, so, well, broke the person's leg they were with, threw him to the ground, and then scarpered. And she, as I said, she did not like that. And unfortunately, the original little person that they were with was left in extreme disgrace after some time. May they... Yes. Not well spoken of, but that does not matter, because their trial's over and done with. So, yes, I should probably... Are you believing me with this? I understand that we have a bit of a reputation problem sometimes.
I like this guy.
You like me? Wonderful.
I'm
Yeah, no,
don't know.
it's a lot, but I must say that I find your presence comforting. Yeah.
You're going to do quite well here, I think. It'll be quite fun. But, yes. If you look over to your left here, you look over to the left and you see Castior on his six-legged horse start pulling up behind. Castior, we've got friends. Common, dear. And he's trying to do a different voice. Castior gives a polite wave before speaking something to Netzi in a language you don't understand. He says the pair have fallen into scenario 17C. So if we just go up on the ridge here, and the panther kind of pads up a slope, and you find yourself on a very small cliff into a small round, basically a hole, a very large. Why am I not describing? A small valley below you, only about 50 or so feet down. And looking down, it goes, if you just look down there, and you see through the tree line, the two paladins come sprinting once again. They haven't spotted you because they're dead set on sprinting forward, and behind them, in fact, you hear like a weird whooping like monkeys, as a small herd of maybe 10 small creatures with very long arms, very hairy bodies, like monkeys, but with quite engorged heads, are running after this pair. And he said, well, if you wait for a second, they're about to, those two paladins, climb up that there cliff. And as you see, there they go, and they start climbing. The monkeys start gathering around the base of the cliff, looking up at them and still giving a hooting noise. He said, well, as you can see, this time, the small ones are going to get to the top first. It doesn't always happen, but it does sometimes. And then, well, you'll see what happens. And you see that Talia turns around looking back over the cliff and to where, what did I call him? Stresenor or something.
Straymore for...
Straymore is climbing up behind, looking down at the monkeys. Well, Talia likes her chances better if the monkeys are a bit slowed down, you say. Because you see the monkeys are starting to climb themselves. And so she does this. And you see Talia pull out from her belt a knife. And just as Staymore is reaching up to get themselves to the top of the cliff, stabs him in the hand and kicks him off. And Staymore falls back down the cliff. You hear the shout, but he falls out of view. Like I said, perhaps it was better you did not stay with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I roll Can I make a roll to see if I recognize these two paladins at all?
That would be a history check.
One of my worst stats, but okay. The way you've done this, Greg, is wonderful, by the way. That one.
You do not.
Oh.
Ryan knows. Ryan's figured it out. Red's just like, huh, poor guys.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the joke is somewhat on, or the quite bad joke is on Talia, because she is about to go running down that path and find a gate. And on the side of that gate is essentially freedom, innocence. Unfortunately, you need to pull two levers at the same time, and they're just out of reach.
So if they can actually just work together all the way through, they will actually get out. But
Yes.
because they always turn on each other, they never get out.
Yes. Like I said, their guilt is proven, and they're trying to show themselves innocent. It's not going well.
It's a harsh treatment, but considering they keep pathologically making the same mistake, possibly earned.
Yes. Well, if you had been near them, then they probably would have done the same to you.
And we wouldn't have been reset next time.
No. I'll tell you what, it's,
Interesting.
after all these years, it's getting quite annoying to replace their armour so much. We had to start using worse materials every time we built them new ones.
Yeah, they notice they think their armor's disintegrating, so like you could just keep doing it, it's fine.
Oh yeah, we got rid of the original one a very long time ago.
They flattened one to like a pancake just to show me, just to make me worry about my armor.
Oh, that's frustrating. That took them a few
I
hours
was
to
worried.
notice, I guess.
Like I shine this thing, you know. I look after my armor.
Yes, you're glistening. Anyway,
Thank you,
onward
darling.
to the court. It's actually not too far away. Because as I said, we're near the gates. And how on earth am I going to explain this to you? Do you know anything about Bay Courts? I don't know what word reaches whatever plane you're from.
We do know a small amount. We met someone from one of your Fey courts a long time ago, in a floating castle. His name was.
That doesn't matter, come on, like, just... What do you know about it? I don't know, like, I'm sorry, but whatever name you have, I'm not going to know it. If you met a lord, at least. I am not a lord, by the way. Do I need to say that?
Yeah.
I think that we were. Oh, okay, yeah. I figured you wouldn't be running around after these prisoners if you were a lord.
I mean, you sound like one, you dress like one for me, and
Oh.
just we know nothing, okay? I know
You know.
nothing about the court, so
And I suppose, like, our elf friend?
No, I don't know anything. Last time I went to something like that and saw, it wasn't a good time for me. So yeah,
Aw.
don't know anything.
Such a shame. We will have to improve it. So, well, we're actually just coming across a ridge I think you might enjoy the view of. Do you like impressive views? Might not be for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love impressive views. Love it.
Heights? People
Especially
okay
when
with
my
heights and water?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Heights and water.
Yes.
Well, some people might not want to go close to a large
I'm not a
droplet.
monster.
No, of course not. So, just up here, you will get to see the courts. And you will be led up, and again, you come to a break on the trees, and you find yourself standing at the edge of just an enormously long valley reaching out before you. A long... a valley is the only word I can think of it, with huge rocky cliffs on either side, raising, and you're kind of about, you're on the top of one of these cliffs. Looking down, you see at the base of this valley an explosion of colour, as the trees are not just the deep green that you've got used to, but there's just like patches of blue and deep reds and purples, all quite clearly, almost like perfect circles within a green canopy from below. And you see about 10 of them reaching further and further into the valley. But the thing that reaches your mind first is what's sitting on top of one of the cliffs opposite. From either side of a great white castle, two beautiful golden-coloured rivers are tumbling over the edge into this valley. The water vapour showing rainbows, like, scattering across the sky. The castle itself is made of beautiful white stone, and even from here in the sun you can see the glittering gold. There are turrets and spires of intricacy, and they twist and turn about each other like vines, very clearly inspired by the trees that surround them. That, as they say, is the Court of Thorns, and that is where we'll be taking you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a pretty nice view, isn't it?
It's
Get used to this.
Well, about getting used to it. It won't take us too long to get there, but I should probably explain what's going to happen when you do. You will be presented to a representative of the court, and you will essentially be assessed to see whether or not you would like to stay. You don't have to. And then, if you choose to, it's decided where you're going to stay. You, most likely, will be offered a place in one of the townships down below. You see the various colours down there. Each of those is a small town, hamlet or village. Sorry, pardon me. Then, if you are chosen as something special, you might be invited to stay in the castle itself, where all the fun is. Now, I will say there's not really a bad option, since should you choose to live here, you are free to leave whenever you wish. You are not prisoners, unless you somehow end up in our court system, and that's the justice court, not nobility court.
yeah.
If you end up in the justice court system, you've kind of fucked up. It's difficult to end up there. Just don't throw a kid at the mother, and you're pretty okay. So, yeah, if you end up in one of the townships, it's nice there. There's shops, there's all kinds of people. You will be maybe not our changeling friend. As I said, changelings are rare, but there's a lot of different types of people there. Elves, demi-elves, every race, because people fall here semi-regularly, every few decades or so.
Sorry, I have a very important question. What are the beds like? Are they comfy?
Oh, glorious.
Good.
Yes.
I'm tired.
The only issue is, if you end up in one of the townships, then your access to the court is, of course, restricted. And from what I have heard from those who live down there, having something so nice just be out of reach is unpleasant in the long term.
Is it hard to go from the hamlet back to the castle?
Yes.
Is there like a trial or something you'd have to do?
No, it's like if you haven't been sponsored to stay in the castle, you don't get to stay in the castle. You have to get chosen.
Makes sense.
From the things you've said, I couldn't actually guess. I'm not part of the court, but I do get to live up there because of my work here. The nobility who live up there are powerful beings. Unfortunately, your elven kind separated yourselves eons ago when you decided to leave this plane. And our lineages have split. You moved to whatever plane you did, or your ancestors did. We stayed here, and we were somewhat imbued with an amount of magic. Hence the plane. And because we're so long-lived, that's quite a lot of it. The mother is someone else. Her title is Archfey, and so that's the reason she can talk to gods. She's actually related to at least one of them.
Those paladins chucked a kid an archfey.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not expecting it, an Archfey turning up is quite scary. Just don't tell her. She wouldn't know what you're saying anyway. So yes, be respectful. But if you're respectful, then they will tell you you don't need to be respectful anymore. It's about show. It's about play. It's about the game.
The game.
The game.
The game. You know the game. You've lost
No,
the
I
game,
don't-
by the way.
I know, me too.
Oh, damn it!
If anyone ever watches this, they've just done that as well.
Oh,
You have
It's just a
lost
game
the
we've been
game.
playing. You know, when you're a few centuries old, you know, such games are fun. But the political game.
Do you have more easy tips? Because you're being a little bit vague for someone who's not from nobility and fae stuff.
Like, do we need to offer gifts? Like, what are we doing here?
It sounds very much like the when we were at the floating castle. You know how it was all very like high politics. Everyone was watching everyone's move and all that kind
Okay.
of stuff. But because it's the Fae Wilds, it's probably that, but with pranks and stuff involved.
Oh my god. Oh, and
Remember that Oberon guy and how he just wanted to mix things up, and he had that really lovely bed that he tried to sneak into.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, are they going to judge us as a group? Because I may be struggling compared to my friends here, and I don't want to stop them from having nice beds and meet the queen, Archfey, mother.
Oh, you even want to meet the queen? Okay.
Is it not the goal? I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm freaking out.
I mean, good luck with that. I mean, living with the court is one thing. Meeting the head of the court is a step too far. Or a step further. It's not necessarily... Maybe you get very lucky. No, you will be judged individually.
Okay.
If you're split up, though, you're split up.
Is it better to lie, to be ourselves?
I mean, I think that you being a changeling, I think you're pretty much a shoo-in to get a sponsor just because of the chaos you could cause for someone.
Oh, this is difficult. The best way
Should I
isn't
turn
to
myself
lie
into
or
an
play
elf?
yourself, it's to play the game.
What do you mean?
The game! Oh,
I just lost again.
Oh,
You should say the game one more time.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to lose my mind.
I believe it's a way of earning favors and debts from each of the other archfays and lords and ladies, and it's just a fun game that they play because they live for centuries, and this is their wonderful galas and entertainment. Kind of like the castle thing.
You live
Yeah.
and die based on... Well, have you ever been to one of your... whatever your planar courts is? As you said, reputation, like, stuff, right?
Yes.
Reputation, earn it, lose it, that's going to be your bread and butter. What you said
And-
about being a changeling, to a certain extent is true, but what is favour easily gained is easily lost. So you can come in and be a shiny new toy, changeling, for example. Or if that's the only thing you offer, the next shiny new toy will see you brushed to one side.
Okay.
But you're very shiny.
You say so.
I understand.
It's... I guess you
I'm going
just...
to do my best, guys.
You're gonna be fine.
Go in, make your initial introductions. You'll have about 20 hours or so, roughly what I think would probably be about a day for you guys. Oh, I'll get to that bit. No, you'll find that out yourself. You'll need to find a sponsor quite quickly if you wish to stay.
One each?
Yes.
Or just one for the three of us?
One each.
One each? Okay.
Okay.
That's if you want to stay. Go in, make your introductions. You'll be told everything you need to. If you're still confused, you come and see us again. We have a little shack just outside. That's where we'll be.
Thank you. That's sweet.
We
That's,
should,
very kind of you.
yeah, we should probably get going there, right? If we're gonna get there.
Yeah. Don't worry, you're not the first strays I've brought back. and it's gone well. And
Stray?
so yes, because
Have you seen this jawline?
you were lost. Yes, it's glorious.
Did your last strays get sponsors, or are they in the hamlets?
I can't remember actually. It was long time ago, years. But
Well, if we get sponsored, I'll still check in and say hi and how are you doing and all that kind of stuff, you know.
oh, please
So
do
don't worry.
bring stories. Tell us how well you played the game. We'll look straight at Leah.
Damn it, I freaking lost again.
So, we're coming up now. We'll need to drop you just outside the gate when you walk in, but they will be expecting somebody to turn up. Don't worry. We've already forwarded ahead, essentially.
Okay.
Do you think you're ready?
No.
No? No, it's
Yes.
understandable. It's a... Oh, right. Okay. I was going to say, it's a big change that no one's really ready for, but big talk.
Also, I'm full of yellow pollen. Like, is that alright to go to
Oh.
a court like this?
I'll rip precipitation scroll and I'll clean you off.
Thank you.
Bit of a waste. You don't need to do that here. I could have done that. But that's fine.
You could. Oh,
Shit.
can you teach me?
I don't know how imbued with power you are. Yeah, and I don't know. It's just something that we do. Anyway, go in and enjoy it, but don't just go in, I guess. He'll like the displacement beast will just come to a stop. There's just a huge white wall with an open gate made of quite fancy woven golden branches leading deeper in. Sorry you got got chased around, got a bit of a scare upon our first meet, but may you do well in the future.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Let's see. And it left a very big impression. I won't forget you too soon.
You have no idea the things you're about to go and see. This may be the most mundane thing that happens to you while you're here.
Oh wow. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. We're all good.
I wonder if you're going to run into the bodybuilders at some point. Oh well. Sorry, you were saying, Leah?
Yeah. Before we go, can I pet it?
Monty?
Monty.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I'm just like.
It's a beautiful, like, suede feeling when you stroke one way. Then when you stroke the other, you feel it very bristly. It's that kind of one direction fur thing. Quite wiry. Let's just be. Yes. Very well trained, isn't he? I raised him since a pup.
How do you get? Can you get one here? If you succeed being popular and stuff.
That might be a bit more difficult, but you feel free to come and visit. Monty
Okay.
will be waiting.
Let me know if he gets little puppies.
Oh, you're going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And yourself,
Before-
Eritrea?
Before I dismount, I think I'm gonna turn round while sitting on him and just like give him a big kiss on the flank and like a hug, and then just get off.
I love Monty.
So kind. Well, good luck.
Thank you, Netsie.
And then with a dull whoop, he will disappear.
Oh, so cool.
Okay, so before we open this door, I just want to check in with everyone and see how they're doing. I'm very. I think I need to meet this mother of the house, which they said is going to be a hard task, but I have a feeling I have to meet the mother. I know that what we're about to go and do is going to be a lot, so I just thank you and sorry if this is going to be a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry in advance for whatever would happen inside.
I don't even know
sure.
why I'm here, but I will help how I can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. I appreciate it. And, if they have a way to come in and out of the Feywilds, it might be okay for us to actually find a permanent home and we can just go adventuring and come have somewhere to come back to. It's a possibility, far off, but I know we're adventurers on the road, but we can't get you back to Shorjack right now. And
Yeah.
Eri's running away from home, so it could be nice for us to have a stable base that none of our enemies could actually get to very easily.
It will be lovely for you both. I agree.
It's a bit bright for you, isn't it, Leah?
It's just Zodiac will always be my home, and it's my main goal right now.
Yeah, we just have to keep getting stronger, then one day we can amount the strength that we need to liberate it properly.
Mm.
I
And we
want to
just
help you.
arrived. I
I wanna
still
help
don't
you with
really.
them.
Sorry.
No, sorry. I want to help you to liberate your home. I want to be there to help you. If I survive long enough, obviously.
One thing at a time. Let's survive this place first.
I'm just trying not to get married.
Married?
Sorry.
That's something that can happen in the court.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Sorry, without context, that's probably.
Never
Never mind.
Why? That's wild without context. Sorry. Dying.
Okay. After you, Ren.
Okay. You
Sorry.
you are standing before this great golden branch gate, and it is open, and so inside you can see. While the outside was all heavily wooded and wild, on the inside you can essentially see beautifully manicured lawns and possibly things that might be orchards, flower beds, fountains, and all sorts, all acting as like a front garden to a great domed entrance to this castle. Do you choose to step in and meet whatever you will?
Yeah.
I do.
Eritrea is full speed ahead at this point.
You are ready to play the game?
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to pick up with the game then next week.